London is famous for its grand houses, both large and small. In the long fashionable and very royal borough of Kensington and Chelsea sit two magnificent houses built in the mid-19th century. 18 and 19 Kensington Palace Gardens have passed through very eminent hands, such as the Rothschild and Reuters families. Now the houses have been unified and restored by world-renowned art collector Dr. David Khalili.
This was one of a kind. I used to walk through Kensington Palace Garden early 90s and see these two buildings in a sad and sorry situation. It looked like one house from outside always, built by Sir Charles Berry, who was responsible for the Houses of Parliament. And say to myself, one day somebody should look into this matter and see if you could turn this house into one. And because I had a vision to do that for myself, I took the task on. I was not surprised at all, when nobody is prepared to take the task on. It would have been immensely costly to bring two totally and utterly derelict houses and turning it into one. Then you had the hurdles of the Crown Estates, the Victoria Society, and English heritage. And not many people are prepared to spend money and have hassle on the top of it too. You should really be, or you must be, dedicated and a person of vision to say to yourself, I'll do it first to recreate a living God. I'm not a developer. I consider myself as a contributor to the mankind through my collecting activities. So I treated this building virtually the same. We have created a monument which would become a living art forever to come. If I'm in a position to be able to do something, to somehow pay my due back to the hospitality of the nation who has given me security and pride, I take the opportunity to do so. Because it wasn't something that I would do every day. It took us 10 years to finish this building. And we went through tremendous amount of difficulties and ups and downs. It was time consuming. Financially, it was a burden. But we started it, and we knew that the choice is to finish it. And to finish it the way it should be done, not to cut corners at all. So money was not the object at the end of the day. We virtually did whatever we needed to do to turn this into the most modern palace in Europe.
Extensive research was done to establish what the houses looked like at the time that Sir Charles Barry started his very personal project. The houses were linked and a single entrance created. The right colours, mouldings, fabrics, and every detail has been carefully restored. The single building is now a marble paradise. Around 3,000 square meters of inlaid marble with semi-precious stones from India, Italy, Spain and Portugal have been handcrafted, polished and put in place to provide a grandeur of depth and texture unrivaled across the world. The ground floor ranges across both houses and has quickly become a unified space that is both elegant and functional. Up to 1,000 people can enjoy a reception here, and the building is equipped to feed 250 people from kitchens designed by one of London's top chefs. Dr. Khalili's insistence on exactness when it comes to period detail and restoration hasn't stifled architectural innovation. A great deal of imagination has been used to enhance the house and build on the vision of Sir Charles Barry. Where possible, the original plasterwork and cornices have been kept and restored. When additions or replacements were needed, care was taken to make it seamless. Right across the house, there is a distinct influence of the East. It's subtle and perfectly interlaced with the Victorian grandeur of the residence. The Victorians were fascinated by the East, and Dr. Khalili's influence sits perfectly with the historic feeling you get inside the place. The basement is extensive, and a lot of investment and ingenuity has gone into creating space for more than 20 cars to be parked beneath Kensington Palace Gardens. Deep excavations were made and delicate structural innovations carried out to achieve that goal. Much of the equipment that powers the property is also located down here. Naturally, the house is protected by a web of cameras and security devices. These are discreetly located and unobtrusive. They protect but do not undermine the grandeur of the place. The basement is full of modern facilities, from hairdressing salons to spas, saunas, and steam showers. But the highlight of the basement is the swimming pool. The pool floor is an exact copy of one of the most precious carpets in Dr. Khalili's collection and is inlaid with semi-precious stones. The whole basement complex is rich in magnificent hand-carved artistry. In fact, much of the marble comes from the same source that was used to build the Taj Mahal and was specifically crafted and imported to grace the new building. And it's all linked directly to the master bedroom above by a private elevator.
We had approximately between 400 to 500 tradesmen and craftsmen in this house for almost 5 years. That created a tremendous amount of employment for the country. It is becoming more difficult by days to get dedicated craftsmen to do what we have done here. It's not a question of money anymore. The chemistry has to be right. The craftsmen have to respect you. The craftsman has to see that your aim is for the betterment of not only the building, but contributing to the society too. You know, it's a very old saying. They say a lot of things in life can be bought. One of the basic ones that has to be earned is respect. That you have to earn. No one in the world can buy it. So that route was taken between us and the tradesmen and the craftsmen. Unfortunately, they saw the passion that I had to create these two derelict houses into a most magnificent palace in a country, and they took part in it with pride.
The atrium is a stunning addition. 12 beautiful and intricate panels depicting the 12 months of the year continue a thematic thread established within the original residence. The panels are made up of semi-precious stones and have all been inlaid by hand. It boasts a glass roof made by the best English craftsmen and a stunning chandelier from New York's Gilded Age, both of which add a distinct sparkle to the house. The master bedroom suite is located on the second floor and consists of a very large bedroom and living room. Two unique bathrooms grace the suite. One has a distinct lunar theme. Sumptuous shades of blue and pearl evoke still Victorian nights. The other bathroom is based around the rising of the sun and is called the solar bathroom. There are two very spacious walk-in closets supporting the master bedroom. One is for him and the other is for her. There are 11 suites in the house, all of which are spacious and offer every modern comfort. Kensington Palace Gardens is a monument, not only to high Victorian architecture, but also to the enduring artistry of craftsmen and women from our own generation. Kensington Palace Gardens got its name not just because the houses resemble palaces, but because they also boast fine examples of the quintessential English garden. The work that's been done here is art in its own right, and is a monument that will endure for centuries to come.
I don't think I would sell this house to a person who does not have the dedication and the understanding of what is created here. Even if it is for less, and that may sound stupid, I prefer to pass this legacy to somebody who could appreciate and look after it for future. At the end of the day, every one of us is a temporary custodian of what we hold. The real owner is God. So I own this house for a limited period of time. But then, as a custodian, I pass it down to somebody else. Let's hope that the next custodian of this house would have the same passion I had for the house and looks after it the way that I looked after it.